while since we've been live, or I've been live. This channel's collected cobwebs and dust since I've been around. I haven't been around, but I'm here for today. Mostly because, there's some fun horror news out there, some great news in general, but it's always fun to see these two people on the screen right now. So I am David from the 80s, your host of the Cinema Chop Shop, and you are here at Chop It Up Live, ladies and gentlemen. And to my left-hand side, it is the man, the myth, the legend, the lost member of the Beatles, Bon Jovi's stepbrother. It is Del Boy from Movie Matters. Say hello to the people.
Hello, people. How you doing? Hope everyone's good. Please like and subscribe to Davy's channel because, he could do with it now. And kick his ass because he's been a bit laxy-daisy. I know he's been busy. Yeah, so we've got to give a guy a break. But it's about time. People are missing your videos. All two of them.
All two of them, right? Like, we got one person in the chat right now that's probably you checking on the video.
Yeah, it is.
But anyway, dude, you've lost a lot of weight. Like, it's been a while since I've seen you. You've lost a crap ton of weight. Check this guy's out. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Del Boy.
Look.
And ready to mingle.
My jawline again. Not there yet, though. I'm getting there.
He's single and ready to mingle for you ladies and gentlemen out there.
I'm single. Come and get me, girls. I'm joking.
He's not joking. All right, so today we have a illustrious list of topics to talk about. And honestly, a lot of it is diving around horror. One topic I'm going to kind of let Del Boy kind of handle a little bit because he knows a lot of it. Hey guys, Jess, the horror chick. Oh, hey, that's a.
Don't mess with Jess.
Don't mess with Jess. Hey. So today we're going to be diving into a little bit of horror news. So let's go ahead and let's crack the top open on this, shall we? First and foremost, I want to talk about the topic that I was the most interested in, only because I feel like it can lead us down a bunch of different avenues. Let's talk about A24 getting their hands on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, I remember there was a freaking bidding war for it. It was either Netflix, Paramount, or A24. And I was praying to the horror gods that it would be A24 because I felt like A24 would be able to handle this property with all due respect. Netflix, it would have been a cash grab. We already seen what they did with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I
didn't mind that. I actually didn't mind it.
It was okay, but it wasn't great. I mean, to me, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre that came out in like the 2000s, that was probably one of the best horror remakes that happened in a while.
I was talking to Jess about that the other night, and she was saying the same. It's one of the best remakes.
It for sure is. It's one of the best horror remakes. I mean, I like House of Wax too, but there's a lot of little low key gems out there. But if they don't, the thing about A24 is like I feel like A24 does a nice mixture of something really serious, and then also it kind of stays true to what it really is, right? So depending on who's going to direct it, that's another thing. But not only are we getting a film, a Texas Chainsaw Massacre film, but we're also getting a series. So it's a double whammy. We're getting a TV series and we're getting a film.
I wonder is it a film leading into the TV series sort of thing, or is it separate? Anyway, we'll see.
It could be, but I feel like maybe the film might be going, the TV series might be going the Crystal Lake route, which I'm gonna bring up again in a second. It might be going to Crystal Lake route, and it might be a prequel. They haven't really gave us much details about it, but I just knew that whichever company got their hands on it, they were going to have a series to go with it, and they were also getting a film. So we're getting a film and we're getting a series brought to you none other by A24. I feel like this is the company that should have gotten the rights, and I'm actually really stoked that out of the companies that were fighting for it, that this is the one that got it. What do you think?
Mate, exactly the same as you. Right, to be honest with you, I actually really get excited now for A24. Yeah, I really do, because even if it ain't as good, it's out of the box. Right now, I got a feeling with Chainsaw Massacre, they're going to keep it real, like the same as they're not going to change the core. But we're going to see a lot of blood, guts, and a few new nice kills. They're not going to play it safe. Like you can imagine Universal, Netflix playing it safe, not not doing anything too far out of the box. So I got a feeling that, I mean, same with Crystal Lake. I know we'll go into that in a sec, but this is who I want it to be. Shit, I want them to give Superman to A24. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I feel, and I really think it'll be out of the box. I can't wait. I got a feeling it's going to give us that 70s grit, even nearly like the one in the 2000s, that 70s gritty looking one, not all polished and all that stuff.
Yeah, I feel like if they give it that, because I can see them. I can see A24 being the company that would actually film this on actual film instead of like going digital. Like I could see them doing like like what is this something what is it 18mm or something like that? What is it called when they do the film?
Yeah, 18mm.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
18mm. I can see them actually doing it on film like that. That'll be actually really cool.
Yeah, no, or even if they just that 70s grainy kind of snuff. Do you call them snuff movies over there?
Well, snuff movies are kind of like torture porn.
That's what I mean. Like when I first saw Chainsaw Massacre as a kid, I actually thought it was because I mean, I wasn't used to that 70s look. I was in the 80s,
Yeah.
and I was like, what the hell is this? It's, so I got a feeling, we don't know, time will tell. I don't love everything A24 do, but I love that everything's different, and I do get excited for them.
Because I can see it looking like not Pearl. What's the one that came before Pearl? X. You know, how X had that grainy look, like it was filmed in the 70s.
Yeah, it felt like Chainsaw. Yeah, it did feel like that. 70s as well. Like, yeah.
I feel like it could kind of. I feel like if they go that route, it might be good.
Yeah.
But then here's the cool part about it too. A24 also has. I don't know what the limitations to the rights are, but they have the rights to Crystal. They have the rights to not Friday the 13th, but for Jason, right? So because they're allowed to do Crystal Lake. Now, this is what I'm going to throw out there because we all love a good versus movie. We all love a good versus movie. And there is a comic book out there where Leatherface and Jason fight each other. The fact that the A24 has, rights to Friday the 13th Jason and also Leatherface, there's a slight chance that we could finally see a Leatherface versus Jason movie. But it all depends on. It really just depends on what the rights are for Jason. You get what I'm saying? Like, it really depends on how they have it. Because I know that there was a big court case about who owns the rights to Jason, and that basically held up every Friday the 13th movie, every piece of Friday the 13th merchandise being made. That stopped everything. So I believe that one of them owns the rights to the Friday the 13th name, and then the other guy owns the rights to Jason's likeness, so the hockey mask and the outfit and things like that. So I think there was recently like a Friday the 13th, or there was something that came out recently, and the Jason had a different mask. And the reason why he had a different mask is because they can't use the mask, the iconic mask from the original. So they had to change it up a little bit and make him look different. But I think he owned the name to Jason Voorhees or something like that. It's just that he couldn't use I think he owns the name Jason Voorhees, but he can't use the title or the or like the mask or something. It's about it.
I think it's the mask, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to say hello, Renamon. Hello, Jess.
Oh yeah. Also, Renamon mentioned that Blumhouse is going to make a My Bloody Valentine. I think me and you probably covered that not too long ago. But yeah, Blumhouse does have the rights to My Bloody Valentine. Let's hope they don't butcher it. But yeah, so there's a chance that we could get
A24 as well.
I love. Oh yeah, just said I love the A24. Look at that, man. But yeah, there's also so there's a slight chance that we could get a Jason versus Leatherface movie. I think that'll be hella iconic if we do get it, because the comic book I think has Jason joining their family, and I don't know what the hell happens. Like something like one of the comic book covers is Jason sitting at the dinner table with all of them. It looks kind of funny, but I know, and then something happens and they end up fighting each other.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, like iconic 80s characters. I don't mind if it was Creeper as well, like anything to do with that kind of thing versus. Now, obviously, you can't do Ghostface versus Jason or that kind of thing, but the supernatural horror. I mean, I was going to say no a minute ago but then saying that Jason virtually is from hell, and he like you think like Leatherface is just way above him because of who he is, what he can do, and all that. But Jason's literally unkillable. So I can't see the fight as a showdown like they did with Jason versus Freddy.
Well, I think it depends on which incarnation of Jason that you're talking about. Because Jason, up until what, part 5 or something, he's still a human. And it wasn't until after part 5 or whatever Jason lives again, whichever one was the one where the lightning hit the grave and he woke up, that's the one where he becomes a zombie. Now, anything before that, he's still a human. For some reason, I guess he just has like a high pain tolerance.
They can't go with the human. They can't. It just won't make sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, it could work because wasn't the Jason in the remake still a human?
But yeah, but they grounded that a little bit. How is he going to go up against Pinhead?
Yeah, I mean, but we're not talking about Pinhead. We're talking about Leatherface. They're both human.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant Pinhead versus. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah. I'm talking about Leatherface versus Jason.
Yeah. That's different. Yeah.
You segue like crazy. You were thinking about Jess's video about the Hellraiser game. Shameless plug. Anyway, so yeah, I think it'll be actually good if you can keep Jason grounded and you don't turn him into a zombie. Keep him human, and then Leatherface is obviously human. So I think it can work. I think it's an actual.
Yeah, I think so too. And if you keep it to like where he keeps it to like we'll say part 3 of Jason and onwards, where he's iconic, mask, big, not Sackhead, who's
Sackhead stupid.
Do you remember he fell off that chair and everything like behind it? Oh, Jesus. And we were laughing. Remember the reaction video we did where they fell down?
Oh, where you hit that guy and the guy was in a wheelchair? Oh my God, that was the funniest thing ever.
It's just
Renamon says happy year of the horse. Nay.
Chinese... Sorry?
Nah, Renamon said happy year of the horse, and I just said nay. And then just said super iconic, and I'm here for it. I'm all here for it. I mean, yeah, but do you have any last things to say about this possible crossover? Remember, this is just a pipe dream. It's just something.
I think it will be in time. It won't be anytime soon.
I think it depends on how well these properties do with A24.
I reckon a couple of here. I reckon you're looking at least minimum 5-6 years from now.
Yeah, I think if the properties do well, then we'll see it because I mean because that's what we saw with Alien and Predator. Predator did really well, and then Alien did pretty well, and they were like, "Well, shit, dude, like we could possibly like remake the Alien versus Predator again, So hopefully, fingers crossed that they do that as well. But I'm going to go ahead and segue into the next topic. We're going to change directions a little bit to another summer camp killer. If you guys are familiar with the movie In a Violent Nature, 2 years ago at Comic-Con, I believe they announced that we're getting a sequel to In a Violent Nature 2. Now, I recently got news that they finished filming In a Violent Nature 2, and it should be coming to us very soon. The director from the first film is coming back, Ry Barrett, who I had the opportunity to interview on my channel. He's also coming back. And so this one is a sequel. If I'm not mistaken, a quick synopsis that they mentioned was that there's like a summer camp or something, and they're sleeping at some summer camp, and I guess they end up interacting with Johnny somehow. It was really vague. It wasn't really in the super details, but at the same time, we are finally getting a sequel to In a Violent Nature. Now, me personally, I thought the first film was actually really cool. I liked In a Violent Nature, the first one. I know a lot of people weren't really into it, that whole first-person slasher. It didn't really tickle people's fancy, but I personally thought it was really cool. And then also, I felt like that movie had some of the best kills that I've ever seen. Also, Johnny's design is really cool. His backstory is actually pretty cool. It felt like a real classic 80s summer camp slasher vibes. Like everything felt authentic to the era. So we're finally getting a part 2. The only thing that I wonder is if they're going to try to keep it as a POV slasher. I think that might be a little hard to do.
I hope they do.
You hope they do?
Yeah, because that's its thing. That's what makes it its thing. That's what made it different. Like, or you're just going to go generic Friday the 13th then if you're just going to, because that's all it is. But what we did is we're watching it for those who don't know. And I told Jess, who's watching, about this the other day. Me and you watched it together. The fact that it's like Jason, it virtually is Jason, but we're watching it through his eyes. That's what made it different. It made it its own thing, and that's why it stood out in that sense. And that's why I think it's good. If you go this other direction where we're going to go, like we're literally doing Jason, and everyone's going to expect the same thing again. I definitely am. So I'm sure they'll work it in that way, or they'll just lose what made it. And the kills,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to for anyone who ain't seen it, well, for the people who are watching and Renaman and Jess, the kills on it could be some of the best kills ever, like inventive, you know.
Jess says she still needs to
Yes,
see
you
it.
need to watch it. Some of the best, and Davey interviewed the killer, not the director.
Right.
Some of the best kills. So they're going to have to up that now because everyone knows now the kill on that was insane. So they're going to have to come up with some crazy shit. They're going to have to put their thinking caps on. But
Yeah,
again,
two
like
of the kills were like epic. Like 2 of the kills were really epic.
yeah. Well, like you said, we just said, I do think they need to keep it first person.
Okay.
They need to keep it through his eyes.
Because the still shot that we have, like, it's kind of hard to kind of tell because it's just a still shot of him looking forward. So it's kind of hard to tell. A lot of the movie is filmed like behind the back, but I mean, it's not the whole movie is filmed behind the back. I seen In a Violent Nature on DVD last year. Renamon, what did you think of it? I also told Rye that when part 2 comes out that he could do promo on my channel and he could tell the director the same thing as well. So let's see.
You
Fingers
can
crossed.
do promo on my channel if he wants to. I'll do it.
All right. I'll let him know.
I'm sure Jess will do it. And Renaman's about time you made your own bloody channel so we can jump over and watch you live for a change, eh?
Right, Ren?
Renaman, I've got a new channel. Jump over to that. Movie Mash is dead.
All right. So, Movie Mash is dead. But anyway, yeah. So, In a Violent Nature 2, we don't know much about it. But at the same time, I think that we have I think they're onto something. I think that Johnny has potential to be a really iconic killer. I think that it's just gonna have some people. It's just gonna have to catch on with some people. But again, it might not be some people's cup of tea because it's POV, and it might not. Now, I will say that this movie is amplified by like a good sound system. So if you have like a really good sound system, that kind of amplifies the movie because again, it's POV, so it's a lot of like atmospheric horror. But I think it's really well done.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's really well done.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm glad that we're getting a part 2. Also, I know this isn't on the list, but Marshmallow's also getting a sequel. Remember I mentioned it to you? Now, if you guys haven't seen Marshmallow, that's yet another summer camp horror movie.
It's really good.
Right? And it has I don't want to spoil it, but anyway, I had the chance to interview the director on my channel, Daniel Del Purgatorio.
Name dropping.
I know, right? Shameless plug. Anyway, but I told him he could come through for promo as well too. He said he's down. But yeah, that one's also getting a sequel. But he told me one thing about this movie that I can't tell you, but it's gonna be better. It's gonna be a little bit more intense, to say the least.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It really needed some love. Good acting, good everything, good story. It's just good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And he seems like he deserves, some more recognition for the film, because I even said it on my review. There's so much bullshit coming out left, right, and center, and then you got a film like that and nobody's heard of it or seen it, and it's down to budget and you can't market it as good, But again,
he got. I mean, I will say that for an indie film, he got a lot of push, like locally, like a lot of people supported it, so that's really cool. X Files popped in and said, "A long time no see." I know X. You know how it is.
Oh mate, X Files.
Would like to see what new kills and story the sequel will have. But I will say this: that they did say that they're going to try to top the kills in the previous movie. So we'll see.
It's going to be a tough job to do that.
Renamon says, "I have a YouTube channel, but you don't post that often, right? Like Renamon, I think that is his YouTube channel. But I don't know. I don't know.
I'll subscribe.
But yeah. So we have a couple summer camp vibes going on. So we got Marshmallow 2 coming up, and also we got In a Violent Nature 2 coming up, which I'm looking forward to. They said they're going to top the kills from the first one, so let's see, because that hill kill is it. that yoga kill, I think it's called the yoga kill. The yoga kill is it. That movie, that set the tone for me.
I think yoga is the appropriate word for that.
Yoga kill. It Follows is getting a sequel. I heard about this, but I haven't heard much about it. I know I've heard about that though, that it was getting a sequel, but I don't know. It's been a while, and I mean that movie does have a huge cult following.
Well,
So
I only watched it recently for the first time. Actually, pretty decent.
no, it's not bad at all. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was one of the first it was one of the first of its kind. Like that was kind of like my first taste of like artsy horror, like as in a way where it was going into like more of a thinker, and then have like like a metaphoric meaning behind it. Because isn't it like basically like a metaphor for like AIDS?
Yeah, something like that.
So
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So we have that now. Valentine's Day just passed, so it wouldn't be right if I didn't mention this. Hard Eyes is officially getting a sequel. Now I know you tried to watch 5 minutes of this damn movie and you cut it off. You
I
didn't.
was in the mood I was in. That's all.
Nah. So Hard Eyes, I will say, Hard Eyes isn't like some like amazing slasher. Like if you're going into it thinking like this is like a grade A slasher, that's not what you're going to get. You're
Yeah,
not.
I know, and I do that with its violent nature. It's just yourself, and everyone knows is watching. Sometimes if you're not in the mood for anything, yeah, you just switch off, right? And it happened that night. It just sometimes it happens. Like I give you an example, Breaking Bad. I watched the first few episodes, hated it, left it for about 2 years, then watched it. I was like, oh my god. So yeah, I will. I'm gonna give it another try. I just probably in one of my moods that night. Me being alone here on my own, single, no one to put my arm around, watching horror films on my own called Heart Eyes. And I was like, damn it, I want to go to bed. So that's what happened probably.
Renamon says it's a romantic horror movie, kind of like Bride of Chucky. I could kind of see that. I mean, it wasn't. It was the romantic element was more so the two the two leads, if anything. But I will say that Hard Eyes plays out more so like a horror comedy, if anything. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not like a true to heart like like a real horror movie. It's like it plays out more like a horror comedy. So if you just want something to like kind of like not really pay much attention to, you just want to chill and just watch something and kind of shut your brain off. That's definitely a better choice than some of the other stuff out there.
I'm definitely another try.
You'll try it. You'll try to give it another shot.
Oh yeah, definitely. I always do.
Let's
I just
see.
was miserable that night probably.
So what tripped me out recently is that they just announced another Evil Dead title, right? It was called Evil Dead Wrath. And it kind of it threw me off because I'm like, wasn't the next movie Evil Dead?
Evil Dead what? Wrath.
Wrath.
Oh, Wrath. Yeah, sorry, you're American.
Evil Dead Wrath, right? And Rothschild. But anyway, so they announced that, and I was like, damn it, wasn't there supposed to be another Evil Dead movie called Evil Dead Burn?
Yeah, it's this year, isn't it? A few months, right?
Exactly. So what happened is, I guess they are so confident in Evil Dead Burn that they are already announcing the sequel to that, which is Evil Dead Wrath, which is ballsy.
It is, but you know what? You know yourself. You're a director. You have something going. The last one was really good. I think it got a good response. Made money. I reckon. I'm looking forward to this because of the last one. I'm looking forward to this one, and I was going to say is that yeah, if they know this one's good, if they know what's on their hands, they're going to announce it. I still don't know if they should just announce it just yet, but they have, and
they already announced it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd personally wait to get people more excited. Give us even a little end of credit scene type thing, But
Yeah, because when you really think about it, so this is the reason why I'm bringing it up. 28 years later, right? The first 28 years later did pretty damn good at the box office. The second one didn't. No. And remember, that shit was announced like right afterwards. Like, hey, this is already done. It's filmed already.
It did okay, but they were expecting. I mean, look at the first one.
It did pretty good. The first one did pretty good.
People will go and see it, but in fact, there's still people today don't even know there's a second one.
I don't know how they don't know that there's a second one, but it's there. But I'm worried. But that's what I'm worried about. films that kind of buy into their own hype before the first product comes out, I mean, that's a little risky. Look at The Strangers. The Strangers, they greenlit all three, and then all three of them came out, and all three of them got fucking trashed, like review wise. And I'm pretty sure that second one did horrible. Jess says Evil Dead will do good. I hope. I mean, it's a pretty big IP, but I think that it just depends on what this next one looks like. If this next one is good, then okay, cool. But they got to keep that momentum up because a lot of people like the one that came out. They didn't love it, but they liked it. Yeah.
Do you know
I didn't like that monster at the end. That's about it.
Do you know? I tell you how messed up that film is. Right? Is that I haven't been able to watch it since, and I like it. It's just some of the things with the glass in the eye and stuff like that. It's like body horror. I can't. But I'm gonna watch it again. It's just wait till I get a girlfriend to hold my hand. See the way I keep plugging myself.
I don't know. Lonely ass. I got to start watching the Evil Dead movies. I've seen Evil Dead Rising in the theater. I mean, Evil Dead Rising is good. I would say that is it Freddy Alvarez's? Freddy Alvarez's Evil Dead, the remake, that remake sequel looking one?
I didn't actually know. Yeah, was that him? Yeah.
I think that's him. But anyway, him, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that one is real fucking good. That's another one that's like,
yeah. We should do a video soon on the best and worst horror remakes.
I feel like we've done this. I'm gonna have to check my video catalog, but I feel like we've done this already.
You know what?
Because I think we did remakes. I think we did sequels. We did a lot.
Doing this, you know what?
Yeah, we've touched a lot of subjects out there.
Yeah, no, that's definitely. And you know what? The gore in that remake.
Oh yeah, amazing.
Jesus, do you know? Again, it's all that body horror again. It's you know.
You've seen the good? Well, that's a good thing. Grandma says he's seen the remake. Have you seen any of the originals? The first one is good. The second one and the third one get like comedic. The second one's a little comedic, but that third one goes full blown fucking horror comedy.
I actually think second one's my favorite because it does still have that horror element in it, which can be quite creepy at parts. Yeah. And but yeah, I actually love them all.
Yeah. But so we don't really know much about Evil Dead Wrath other than the title. We know that they're buying into their own hype because they basically approved the next film to be filmed without much. I don't even know if there's a screener out there yet, but we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Jess says the second is my favorite too. I like the first one. I mean, I watched the second one recently, and it was cool, but it wasn't like, I don't think it tops that first one. Have you played the Retro Realm Halloween and Evil Dead game?
I have. Well, if you say retro, I know I've got one on the original Xbox. I played Halloween on NES, if that's what you mean, but I know Evil Dead had 1 or 2 on the Xbox, the original. Played that. It was quite a lot of fun, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, I think Retro Realm is a company. Is Retro Realm the same company that did like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and are they behind like the new Hellraiser game? But anyway, yeah, so aside from that, we also have, they announced another Stephen King movie that's getting remade, The Mist, right? And that one is being helmed by Mike Flanagan, who did Dr. Sleep, who's also doing the new Exorcist, who's also doing the Carrie reboot, the TV series for Amazon. Dude is getting a lot of work.
Well, that Dr. Sleep, so good.
I'm telling you, and he's the guy that did Dr. Sleep. He has Carrie coming out, the TV series for Amazon. He's doing The Exorcist. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know, The Exorcist that he's doing has absolutely nothing to do with that fucking garbage ass Green trilogy that was supposed to come out. That shit is scrapped. It's gone. It's excommunicado. It doesn't exist anymore. Mike Flanagan is doing his own thing now, and this is within the Exorcist universe. Now, will they be able to fucking talk Linda Blair into getting back? Who knows? Because I didn't really expect her to be in that one. But I'm pretty sure they offered her $1 million to her dog foundation. But anyway, back to The Mist. So The Mist is getting a remake. Mike Flanagan is helming it again. And he must be doing something right if he's continuously getting these properties. What do you think?
Definitely. I mean, Dr. Sleep, that was brilliant. Now, I want to point out, though, The Mist, what did you think of it?
When I first saw it, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's definitely something that I would have to like go back and rewatch because that's the one where they're in like the store, right? And every time they go outside, there's like a monster or some shit outside.
Yeah.
Uh, X-Files says the mist is fire. He said the mist is
Well,
fire.
what I think, I really enjoyed The Mist, right? And I like that religious problems going on in the store and all that shit. Yeah. But what I was going to say is that what took me out of the film, and even for its time when it was made, mid 2000s, I want to say to late maybe. Anyway, when you see I know it's probably low budget, but you know when you see the CGI kind of arms, legs, big long things coming through,
Yeah.
it wasn't so much the CGI, which isn't great, and I can accept that. It was the colors of them. It was like pink and stuff. And you know those big flies came into the thing. I was like, it felt more. They were childish looking to me. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? And that took me out of the film. But those the whole film in general, the mist, the creepiness, everything else was great. Just wish the monsters looked a bit better. And here's a tip: the guy who directed Shawshank Redemption as well.
Oh yeah. I think I remember you telling me that.
Thereabout, Frank Thereabout, and The Green Mile. Anyway, just
And the Green Mile.
Green Mile, yeah.
Man, that must be that's kind of like a stain on his resume because that movie isn't like world renowned. But now here's the thing, and this is what I'm noticing. If you guys have watched Welcome to Derry, I feel like I'm starting to see a trend, and the trend that I'm starting to see with with these Stephen King properties is they're making sure that the universes connect because all Stephen King books they in some shape, form, or fashion they connect to each other.
Yeah.
We will see when Carrie comes out if there's going to be some connections. And then also when The Mist comes out, we will see if there's also some connections because they're trying to do the Stephen King universe. Now, I also kind of threw around this idea and I felt like his son, Joe Hill, if you guys are not familiar, Joe Hill is the author behind Black Phone. And I think Black Phone, the way that it's worked, I feel like Black Phone can live inside of Stephen King's universe.
Yeah.
The way that it is, just the way that it feels like it lives inside of his universe already. So if they want to be ballsy about it, they can definitely have like the two shared universes kind of like merge together. But also Stephen King's universe is so fucking big. You
That's
can
what I was about to say. I can't see it.
it's
Got
too big
so
already.
much. Yeah. It may be because of the IP is big, maybe that would be enough, but he's IP already. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I agree. But look, Marvel with their shared universe and all that, right? And DC and all that, yeah. Even Star Wars. They're billions of dollars movies, right? And people seem to love this shared universe. I'm not against it if it's done right, but I'm not against this Stephen King universe. Let's face it, throughout the years of Stephen King's movies, there's always a reference anyway. It's like everything's in Maine. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
So,
yeah, I mean that, yeah, of course. But
but
there's like example, Welcome to Derry. I think
oh no,
the thing that made it so
I was
popular is the fact that everybody was
yeah.
losing their shit. That there was connections. There was
No,
Shawshank.
it was purposely done this time rather than just a
Yeah,
name here.
no, exactly. And it's like,
But get on it. It's worth millions. Why not? You know, as long as they do it, and we get to see more iconic or like maybe more of the original characters he has. Like, remember that one that you liked, Night Flyer, or some shit.
oh, the Night Flyer. I got that poster up there. That shit is.
Yeah, yeah. You
Let's see,
know,
let's see if
you've
I
got
can.
all those characters. You've got all these monsters. You
I
know,
can even see that shit black.
so yeah, he's got loads of monsters as well. Like, you know, it doesn't need to be just the average kind of movie in that way. So yeah, you've got loads. The universe could be done proper if
Yeah,
they
I
do
think it
it.
would be done. I think the smart thing to do is start connecting his universe. That way
Yeah,
that it starts. But then also isn't the fucking Running Man Stephen King as well too?
yeah, but he did that under a pseudonym, so he's kind of
Oh, so it's not really in like.
it is and it isn't. Yeah, it's not even. There's no main mentioned it or anything like that. You know, it's just completely.
All right, Renamon says it is a 16-bit platform game. When he was talking about the Halloween and Evil Dead, uh,
Yeah.
Marvin X Files says the black actor passed away. I'm assuming that you're talking about the butler guy from The Shining. Is that what you're talking about? X Files. Jess says I'm a huge fan of the Stephen King realm movies. See, I thought that Dark Tower was going to be that movie that connected them all because I think that's Dark Tower has the most references to
I
everything.
haven't seen that. Never watched it.
I've never seen it, but I've heard that Dark Tower has like all of the has a lot of connections. Renamon says Mike also made House on Haunting Hill, yeah, or Hunting on Hill House. I've heard about that show. Is it actually pretty good? Because people have been telling me about that. The Mist had a TV show. Was the TV show any good?
Did it?
I feel like I remember it. Jess says the ending was heartbreaking for The Mist. Man, I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah. No, it's like one of the most famous endings. You must remember. All right, I'll tell you quickly.
Here
Do you
goes.
remember he decided to take his son and a couple of old people and that girl they got in the car to get out of that store because it was just mayhem. And
Yeah.
they're going through, I think he had about 4 or 5 bullets in his car, in his gun. They ran out of gas in the middle of the mist. They knew they were screwed. Yeah. So to end it for him, he shot his son, he shot the old people, and put a gun to his own mouth. No more bullets. Within a few seconds later,
That big ass thing walked by, right?
the army started walking through and started blowing the mist away. It was over. Literally seconds. He just blew his kid's head off a second ago. It was like,
Oh fuck, I forgot about that. Now I gotta rewatch it.
You know,
Because I think the last time I watched the movie was in the theater, so it's been a while. Damn, I gotta rewatch that. Renamon says, "What are your thoughts on Stranger Things season finale?" I thought it's a mixed bag of nuts. All right, so what I mean by that is that I think that they killed Vecna way too easily. That shit ended way too fast, especially for somebody that was hyped up as a big bad. I felt like they wrapped up everybody's story really well. I felt like the way that they ended it with the story was cool. I felt like that vagueness that they had for Eleven's possible ending was also pretty cool. I thought that was well done. But I do feel like it was rushed, and I do feel like that some of the episodes were 100% filler. That episode where they were sitting, the episode before they actually went to go fight Vecna had a long-ass monologue that was unnecessary. Also, that scene with the melting walls and shit, that fucking whole scene was unnecessary. That went on way too fucking long. There was just a lot of filler in there that I wasn't really a fan of. Now, Del Boy recently he binge watched the whole thing.
Yeah. 1 second. Yeah, I watched the whole thing. 1 second. Shut up! Oh my god! Really sorry about that, Dave. You know what they like.
I know.
Sorry about everyone. Dogs. Someone walked past the door. It's crazy. Anyone want 2 dogs? What I was going to say was
Stranger Things finale.
Right. So I binged to watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I stopped 5 episodes before the end of 5.
Oh, you never picked it up?
I don't know. I just stopped and then forgot about it until you just reminded me. Oh shit! I still got 5 episodes left. It's weird because I was really enjoying it. Then
I thought you were at the finale. I swear I thought you were.
I think about 4 or 5. I don't know, but I haven't seen the last couple at least.
I thought you were at the finale already. Because you were at the part with the melting walls, right?
Sorry?
You remember with the melting walls where they were talking too much, right?
That's the wild stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
You're like 3 episodes away. You're like
I really don't know why I just stopped. And it's not as if I didn't like it. I was enjoying it enough, So yeah.
I guess he'll finish it and then he'll give you his thoughts.
I'll start it tonight.
Jess says Joe Hill is great too, and his show on Netflix was pretty decent. He has a show on Netflix? What show? What is it called?
Joe Hill?
Jess says Joe Hill is Stephen King's son. He went under a different name. He went under a different name because he didn't want people to buy his book based off of his pops. So he's the dude.
Yeah, Joe King. Do you know Joe King? Joe King. Yeah.
Dark Tower was good. Yes, it is very. Is the puppy okay?
It won't be in a minute.
No, don't play like that.
I did two of them.
All right, and then he says, and it just says couldn't get into Stranger Things. It's fun. It takes a minute to kind of. It takes some time to like warm up to.
Yeah, that's what happened. I didn't touch it for years, and just recently I thought I'd binge watch it, and I got into it, and it's actually all right after a while.
Key something, I think. Never heard of it. But I remember somebody mentioning he has a series. One of the last topics before we get into like questions from you guys. So y'all might want to start thinking about some questions that you have to ask us if you want. So we can have a quick little chat with you guys. One of the last topics is the Beatles movie, right? So I recently found out about this movie, didn't even know this shit existed. I feel like you've told me about this movie, but I recently found out that they're going to do multiple movies. I thought it was 3. You corrected me and said that there's going to be 4 movies, right? And you said one movie is going to be based on each fucking member of the Beatles. Now, that sounds like a long-ass movie if you ask me. But, I mean, it makes sense because a lot of them... Well, really, to me, only 2 of them really went on to have, like, illustrious careers, right? Paul and like, biggest of the group.
George Harrison had a few number ones as well.
Was George Harrison like an official member, or was he like a fucking...
Yeah. There's 4 members. They're all official main members. They're all the Beatles.
Because it's
Paul, George, and Ringo, and John. Yeah.
Okay.
Paul, George, Ringo, and John.
Oh, yeah.
What I was going to say...
Didn't George Harrison make that My Sweet Lord, that song?
Possibly. I'm not sure.
He messed me up.
And he had quite a few good albums. Well, he had a few albums that did really well. So, yeah, Ringo, he was just Ringo.
Yeah,
he's probably...
George Harrison made My Sweet Lord that hallelujah. He says like hallelujah or something in the song.
I can't
You've never heard that song, My Sweet Lord by George?
I played it,
it was like one of his most popular songs, I think.
Yeah, he had. So, right, I'm just going to give you this quickly. I'm not going to go on too much. So, each Beatle does have a story. Yeah, there's feuds between them. I heard some crazy stuff as well, but they each all had a story. Now, you're looking at their generation was from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s until they died there a couple of years ago. So there is, like, look at Paul McCartney. He's still touring. He's still playing. So they all have stories on separate stories and together stories, do you know? A lot of drugs, a lot of this, a lot of drama, a lot of cheating. There's loads of stuff that they've done separate to each other. So I don't know, can it be 4 separate films? I don't know, but the Beatles are so big. Even today, the IP is huge. So maybe, I mean, it's bold, like you said about the other one, what we were talking about, Evil Dead, a second ago.
Yeah.
It's bold because, if they don't do well, you still got 4 to make, Same as Michael Jackson, but anyway.
Well, I think, okay, I will say this. That's different when you're working with, like, biopics. I think biopics will always do good depending on who the musician is. Now, obviously, if you do like a smaller musician, like somebody that has like if they did like a B.B. King movie, right? Like it'll do good, but it's not going to do amazing. Like a Michael Jackson movie is going to do great because Michael Jackson's dead and he still does crazy ass numbers. Like no matter what.
He was the Beatles, yeah, and Elvis even. Actually, did that Elvis film there a couple of years ago did really well.
Yeah, because I mean they're making another fucking the next movie coming out is them remastering that last concert that he did.
Okay.
So it must have did good if they remastered that damn last concert in order to bring it out back in the theaters. But yeah, I mean there's a story to tell, but I need this. Look, listen, this is what I need. If you're gonna do this movie, John Lennon's movie has to have that scene or that time where John Lennon was playing with Chuck Berry and Yoko Ono grabs her.
Oh my God. I mean, what the hell? But they reckon this is what was going on in the studio when the Beatles were like recording and they were like, do you need her? Yeah, we need her. And she was doing stupid shit and telling them what she thought they should do. And I'm like, these guys are made millions and billions and loads of and she's telling him what to do now, and that was kind
Dude,
of the end of it. And
she
he
was
went,
playing the fucking. I'll never. She's playing a tambourine and shit. She
no,
was
but
playing a tambourine, and all of a sudden she just kind of stops, and then she walks over there where the microphone is at, and she picks it up, and she looks at it, and she goes, and I was just like, what the fuck? And the look on Chuck Berry's face
I
was
know, right?
fucking funny. He looked like he got shot in the back. He was like, ah, and then
Like, he's all about the music, Chuck, right? He's
yeah.
a perfectionist musician, same as, actually probably even better than John Lennon in the guitar sense anyway, yeah. And like, can you imagine it's like some crazy person jumping off on the stage from the crowd and start going, ah, it's like, get off, you know? And because it's John Lennon, and because it's John Lennon's wife or whatever he was at the time, he's got oh yeah, you know, he's got to put up with that shit. But I'm surprised he wanted that guitar cracker over the head.
No,
And
he
if I
was
was
like,
John Lennon, I'd be like, yo, just
the
sit the
look
fuck down.
he shot John Lennon was like, if you don't get this bitch off the stage, like, he was
Yeah,
like,
right?
man. He looked like he was like, get your bitch, man.
No, but I mean, I know it's all flower power and it was all individuality and real. But I'm like, yeah, in your own fucking time. Do you know what I mean? Do that shit in your own time. And if I was John Lennon, I'd be like, if it was my song and that was my wife and she was screaming, fine. But you're doing it with Chuck, and you're like, what? Listen, Yoko, I love your screaming and shit, but this is Chuck, and you know what? It's not fair to him. Not a fucking word. And you can
They
see
were just jamming and shit. She fucked that shit, and it's so funny. They
doing
unplugged her
well,
shit,
he's going well, the song as well, you know.
and they unplugged her shit, and she was still looking for another mic. She was like, "How the fuck do I turn this shit back on?" I was like, "Dude, she was so dedicated to fucking that
Chuck, you know,
dude." Because she was looking at it like, "What the fuck?" And then she was looking around like, "How do I turn this shit back on?" But that shit was fucking hilarious. First of all, that shit was hilarious as shit. But then it's wild to think about how John Lennon really like. He gave her a lot of like confidence, bro. Because she has this one song, right? It's her, I think it's the Yoko Ono Plastic Ono Band or whatever. And the shit is called Don't Worry, right? That shit has a fucking dope ass guitar riff. Like the opening is cool, it's like funky and shit. I'm like, yeah. Then she just starts doing that wailing shit. And she's like, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I know, right?
That shit. And then there's another song called Mrs. Lennon. All right. That shit makes me laugh every single time. Like, if you want a good laugh, go listen to Mrs. Lennon. She's like, I lost my silver spoon. It's so funny, dude. She's singing about she said she lost her silver spoon. Now, this is the funny shit. I feel like low-key she was admitting to using John for his money there. But, I mean, I guess he was too fucking love-struck to figure that shit out. But yeah, dude, this fucking lady sucks. Like, and I'm so glad that Sean Lennon, his musical prowess, he adopted from his dad. Because Sean Lennon's actually talented as shit. He has an album called Friendly Fire. And I remember playing it, like, I was just like, oh, let me just see what this is like. Like, let me just see what he sounds like. And it was actually pretty damn good. He's actually very talented. And then Julian is all right, too. He has one song that I like. But Sean is hella talented, and he looks just like his fucking dad too.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, with biopics, I hope they keep accurate, but they're not going to make John Lennon look bad because all the fans will lose their mind. But we spoke about he was a bit of a shit, actually. You know, people hold him in high regard, and that's fine. His music was good and all that, great. Also, I don't know. There's stories that she had a real hold on him. Not like she's blackmailing him or anything, but maybe she was more dominant in the relationship than you'd think. Also, when he died, I don't know if they'll go into this and all that, she kind of nearly tried to get his son out of the will and stuff. Do you know? This is supposed to be public stuff. Like, she tried to make sure he got nothing from his dad's will, which is like, what's wrong with you? I thought you were all flower power and hippie. I don't care about the money sort of thing, you know? I don't know. Maybe she needed the money to do some more of those recordings. I don't know.
I mean, here's the crazy part. Even when you really think about it, like, example, Dreamer, right? Which is one of John Lennon's most popular singles, like his own shit. What does he say at the end? This is how you know she had him in a fucking bind.
Yeah.
He goes, all I need is me. And it goes, dum, 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 dum. Yeah, Yoko and me. I was like, this motherfucker. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you had to mention her. Like, it amazes me how whipped she had this man.
Yeah, and do you remember the time they like a lot of people go like when he spent like a month or 2 months or 6 months in the bed.
Yeah, to protest the war.
Yeah, and everyone's like, you know what, he's a hero. And I'm like, listen, maybe you should go and visit your kid. Like he's been kind of abandoned, his child and stuff like that. So he kind of contradicts the hero thing. We don't know if you'll go into that. Again, also, let me tell you this. There's a video I saw recently. You know, George Harris, I think. Yeah. So there was a feud. George Harris came out and wrote an album, and John Lennon was with him when he wrote some of the songs. And John Lennon gave him a couple of words. As he was like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So anyway, he made the album, and when he brought the album out, it did pretty good. John Lennon went on a mad one and started saying, "Oh, he didn't thank me for helping him on the album." So they said this to him on an interview, saying, "Okay, so John Lennon's not happy with you. Why didn't you mention?" He goes, "Yeah, it's true. He did help me with a couple of words here and there. Not much." He goes, "But he didn't thank me for what I did in his his album. His solo album. The Imagine, I think it's Imagine album." She goes, "But he didn't help me, and I put a lot of guitar work and all this thing. He didn't thank me, and I didn't care. We're friends. So you're kicking up a storm that I didn't mention so that went on for ages.
I don't care if you thank me, but you need to at least thank Yoko.
Yeah, but all this flower power, help. If I help you out on something, I don't care about no thanks, because we're friends. Unless I didn't know you, then you better fucking say something. But I'm just saying, is like they're friends from forever. He didn't. If he even wrote half the music, fair enough. But he just gave him a few words, and he was like, so George Harris was like, well, fuck him. I didn't say thank me for what I did, all the stuff on your albums. Well, anyway, going off into one. Paul has a lot to say, and he has a lot of good songs. He has a lot to say. He had a dodgy marriage there a while back, which was bad. Yeah. He was warned. Everyone warned him. He jumped into this young girl, married a not young girl, but young enough. She had no legs and shit. And next minute, everyone's like, "Oh, she's young. She's gonna take." Next minute, a few months later, he's abusing me.
You said no legs. Like she literally was
no legs, yeah, or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah. Really? She really didn't have legs?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I thought you were saying like she didn't have like her life together. Like she wasn't standing on her own.
No, she had no legs. She was pretty and all that, but she was a lot younger. You can imagine, a lot younger than him. And everyone's like, "Oh," because his wife died. She's literally on every video of his, Linda McCartney. Every video format, she's the Wings, they call it. She's on everything, and she died, sad, cancer. And then a few years later, he married this younger girl. And I'm like, okay, I was even thinking, oh, she's gonna rob you. And then a couple of years later, he's abusive. I'm getting divorced. He
took my legs.
Yeah,
he took my legs and told me.
He wouldn't give them back. What was it? She wanted half his money, and half his money was made before she was even fucking born. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh my God. Then a couple of years later, what did he do? Go off and get married again? It's like, mate, stop with the marriage thing, man.
Yeah, some people are just, I don't know, some people just, they jump in it. He just wanted, I guess he wanted to just blow his money, because that guarantees them some of your money, once you do that.
There's a rift between him and Michael Jackson, and
see, but Michael Jackson bought their fucking shit fair and square, though. But,
yeah, no, I know, but it was like, hold on, I was about to buy that, and I told you the best thing to do, because you're a young man, you should do that. And I'm going to buy mine. Next minute,
that's just when he's like, I'm going to buy my Masters. He's like, oh, yeah, you can do that? He's like, yeah, I'm about to buy my Masters. Well, what if I also buy your Masters?
Come on, motherfucker. Do you know what I mean?
Right? But damn, that fool said, he took her legs and said, let's kick it later.
Yeah.
Well, any questions in the chat for us? I know we went on a tangent about the Beatles. I'm assuming y'all not huge Beatle fans, because I ain't really seen much chats about the Beatles. But let us know any questions about any horror movies, any movies that you feel like we might have seen, anything that you think we might be interested in. Any questions at all, just go ahead and hit it with us randomly. We'll see. for people
I
in
just
the
have a
chat.
question for you, Lord. What do you all think about a crossover between Jurassic Park and Fast and Furious?
He's not here. Leave him alone, okay? He ain't here. I
I
feel like
think
you're trying to summon him. You're trying to summon him.
do a seance, but you know what?
Jess says, yeah, she's not interested in the Beatles. That's why she ain't been saying shit.
She said what?
She's not interested in the Beatles, so that's why she hasn't said anything.
Her daughter is though, apparently.
Is she? Oh.
Hmm.
The dog went, ah. But anyway, have you seen Primate? If so, do you think it's better than Cujo?
Yeah, and no. Cujo is a classic, and the tension is mental on Cujo. Yeah, Primate is more of a fun movie with gore. I mean, there's not a lot of gore on Cujo, really, apart from his face all slobbering and shit. Yeah, that was a classic. It's really good, but I can't take away from how good Primate, how much fun. But Cujo will always be
Classic.
known as a classic. Primate in a few years, you'll probably, oh yeah, that film, that kind of thing.
Jess
Still
says
was
a T-Rex in a car.
Sorry.
Jess says a T-Rex in a car. Well, okay, Jez, he will explain to you later what we're talking about. It's an insider. We don't want to do it right now because we don't want to insult people. Fuji, like what? Like Fuji Films? Cujo. She's trying to say Cujo. But yeah, I haven't seen Primate yet. I've been sleeping on horror movies, or I've been sleeping on movies in general. I think the last thing I watched was Silent Night, Deadly Night, the remake, which I actually liked. I like the direction that they went. It's cool that, and then what's his name did a great job, homie from Halloween Ends.
Yeah, Corey.
Now I am the person I'm advocating. He needs to be, I think Arnie and Christine, because they said they're going to make a Christine remake. He needs to be Arnie. He looks just like
I think
that.
that's 2 on the nose, maybe.
Huh?
I think it might be 2 on the nose for that.
He looks just like him though, and he has.
I know, and he acts like it, but like he virtually is the same character on this that he was on Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what. So when I read what the director what's his name, something Green, Danny Green, whatever his fucking name is. When he talked about it, he talked about Halloween Ends. He was like, Halloween End feels a lot like Christine, and I'm like, what the fuck? How are you gonna make a Halloween movie feel like Christine? And then when I watched it, I was like, okay, it makes sense now, right? But I think that he should just go that direction. I think it'll make more sense. I mean, it's the same character essentially, but I know we don't want to get him typecasted and falling into the same category. But I really think that would be a really good project for him.
The thing about Halloween and him, right? I suppose it wasn't really his fault. I think the problem was everyone was expecting an actual fucking sequel to the last 2. And they changed too much, and it was like, what are we watching here? Like, this is Ends. So I think it's not his fault. But that character worked really well on Silent Night, Deadly Night. That character worked really well.
I will say this: Halloween's biggest fault was that it was too bitch made to let go of Michael Myers. If they would have just let Michael Myers go, then it probably would have been a better film. They were too bitch made to do it.
He was like a little bitch in the sewer. Then,
no, I know, but what I'm saying is this: they should have let him take over the mantle of Halloween or Michael Myers, and it shows how evil can be transferred, right? How evil can just be transferred from one person to another, and I think that would have made a lot more sense than what we actually got. You get what I'm saying? Or because they were like, oh, we finally got that Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Myers closure. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about her and him fighting in the kitchen and shit. Because there's no way in hell she should have been able to be a one-on-one with him at all.
No.
At all.
And they had to end it with her winning somehow. So,
Yeah, and then they threw him in a fucking...
My problem is that 30, 40 years she's been preparing for him, hiding out, abandoning her kids, abandoning everything, hiding and all that shit, getting ready. She was right. He was locked up. Now he's out running around. She's out, fuck yeah, I'm all right. Do you know what I mean? Cutting pumpkins and shit. And I'm like, did you not?
Because what it should have been was this is what it should have been. He finds Michael Myers in the sewer, right? And whatever, this whole time you're thinking he's actually interacting with Michael Myers. The truth of the matter is, Michael isn't really fucking there. He found the dead body of Michael Myers, and the evil possessed him from that point on. You get what I'm saying? Like they
people would have lost their minds though because Michael's not in like Halloween 3. Oh, he's not in it. This is
well,
shit,
I know,
you
but at the same time,
I get you.
It's a shit movie anyway, so you might as well just like at least try to give it some legs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe Jamie Lee Curtis defeated her evil because she put like I guess like the last couple of wounds in him and kills or whatever, and then this one can be her daughter's version of this movie. Her daughter has to her granddaughter has to survive this time. You know, I think that would have been better. And it's just these small little things that could have been done in some of these remakes to make them better. Like, have you seen it?
You put the third one in the beginning of like the first of that. Yeah, you could have started it from there. He's escaped as he's hiding out, and this boy comes across, finds him, and all that shit. Yeah, but to throw that here at the end and then throw in supernatural shit that wasn't in the last two, you know, I don't know. We're going off on one here, but
because like
we did like a 2-hour video on this live once, didn't we?
Did you see the Hellraiser remake?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I
remember you got it out, the review out early.
Yeah. So check this out. That movie, that shit could have also been good, right? The problem with that movie
is really good.
The problem with that movie is that it was fucking spoon feeding you everything. That movie should have had that chick. Her brother disappears. She's a dope head. She's a drug addict. You should have had her detoxing, like naturally detoxing and seeing shit and thinking that, oh, I don't know if I'm really seeing this shit or is this something that I'm imagining, you know, and like have like her see Cenobites and all this other shit. And then people keep dying and maybe she blacks out or something like that or whatever the case may be. Kind of like leads you to believe that she's probably the one killing these people or some shit. And then at the end, it turns out that she's actually not tripping. These Cenobites actually exist. And then that you go from there. Now, also the whole idea about the Cenobite house, like the house being the lament configuration, that was fucking stupid. That was also another thing they could have cut out. Also, these CGI Cenobites, dumb as fuck. I didn't need to see some fucking foreskin walking around in a leather outfit and shit. Like, I didn't need to see that. That shit looked dumb, right? But anyway, I really wish that they would take some of these horror remakes a lot serious, but they don't.
Well, some people love it. I can't remember it all that well. I remember not hating it. But yeah, as I say, there's people that love this movie, so you know everyone's different, I suppose. Any more
it's
questions?
Not horrible, but it's also not great.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It could have been worse.
But yeah, Jess says she liked the Hellraiser remake for what it was, but I agree a lot of your opinions. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, look, if they would have gave me the keys, or at least if they at least would have consulted with me, they would have had a whole lot better movie. Because the shit that they decided to release was fucking stupid. At least the direction they decided to go, that was fucking stupid. And I had the chance to see that movie like a year before that shit came out, and I was at the fucking screener. In the notes, I'm over there telling them, look, this shit sucks, this shit sucks, this shit sucks, this shit sucks. Same shit with Candyman. I was arguing with fucking people at the screener and shit because they're over here like, hey, I thought that was really cool the way that he killed the cops. I was like, hell no, that shit was stupid. It came out of nowhere. I was like, you just rooting for that shit because it's like, it's cool. I was like, it didn't go with the story. Renamon says Scary Movie 6 is coming out soon. Yep.
Yeah. I was just going to say is, though, before you carry on, you know, remember, I reckon, and I told you should have done this, you should have wrote a strong letter to New Line Cinema explaining what your ideas were and why they fucked it up.
For?
Was it Hellraiser?
Who owned? Well, at the time, Hellraiser was with. Who the fuck released Hellraiser? I thought it was with
I thought it was New Line Cinema, but you should have wrote.
It was with.
I'm Davey from the 80s, and I went to one of your screeners, and I gave you suggestions how to make it better, and you didn't do it. And I'm going to say that on my channel from now on. And from now on, any other movie you make, if you want how, just give me a shout, and I'll help you along with it.
Now, Hellraiser came out on Hulu.
Food, all right.
Hulu.
I think it was originally New Line. Oh, don't be sure.
Nah, Hellraiser for a long time wasn't it Dimensions? I thought it was released through Dimensions or something like that, or whatever that fucking one is called. It starts with
yeah,
D.
Dimensions. Yeah, I know.
Renamon says Scary Movie 6 is coming out. Yeah, and Felissa Rose is in it.
So is I think one of the Wayne's brothers, kids, nephews, uncles, great granddads. I don't know. One of them's in it, and we got is it Anna Faris? And is it Anna Faris? Her name. She's back in it as well. So
Yeah, the Wayne. See, I'm glad the Wayans brothers got it back. That's what I'm excited about.
well,
Jess says I agree with your opinion on Candyman. Man, trust me. When I look, here we go. When I went to that screener, Jess, you started something. You opened up a can of worms.
Oh, and you know, see what happened there? My picture fell down behind me.
I know, right?
I got Joe looking over my shoulder.
When I went to the screener, right? I went to the screener. Me and my wife went to the screener, and we saw it, and we got picked to be in the focus group. The focus group is like afterwards you stay after the movie. Like, and you got Cujo's. They ask you questions about like what you thought about the movie. It's a little bit more intimate. It's better than like you just leaving like comments and shit on an iPad. So I specifically told them the movie started off real cool. I was like from the beginning to the middle. And I was like, from the middle to the end, it fell apart because one, you were rushing to the end. You felt like you were like, oh shit, we need to hurry up and wrap this up. So you rushed to the end. I was like, the reason he became fucking Candyman was fucking stupid. I was like, what else did I say? They never explained what the fuck the chick that he was dating, what her dad had to do with anything. Because supposedly he saw a Candyman and Candyman made him jump out of a window or some shit. They never explained the fucking connection with the dad, right? And then the ending just felt hella forced. Like they just were like, hey, we need to find a way to turn him into Candyman. How we gonna do it? Oh yeah, we're gonna have the police officer shoot him. Fucking stupid, right? The hive thing was really cool. The idea of the hive of Candyman was really cool. The problem she's like, hey, what's going on? Over here looking like Biggie Smalls. I love it when you call me Big Papa, right? Throw your paws in the air if you was a true player. But anyway, where was I at? Where was I at? Oh, the Hive shit. The Hive shit was cool, but there's the problem. And I can say this shit because I'm black. The problem was that they made Candyman an exclusively black mantle. Candyman is not a fucking exclusively black mantle because freaking the chick in the first movie ends up becoming a fucking Candyman. What's her fucking name? Helen. Helen becomes a Candyman, a specter at the end of the damn first movie. So it is not some exclusive shit to just black plight. I'm just being honest with you, you know? And I thought that was a stupid direction to go on to make it seem like it's like only a black person thing. Candyman is literally like you become an urban legend through tragedy, and it should have been that. That's just, all right. That's my 2 cents.
Well, you lost about half of the people who are watching.
I know I caught that, but hey, they'll be all right. They'll live. They'll come back.
Even the dog didn't keep him in.
Oh, I love it when you call me Big Papa. I'm telling you, she looked like Biggie Smalls, and she got a croc eye too. She got a little.
I know, yeah. She got the lazy eye, yeah.
Lazy eye.
The other one.
Look at the other one. They got the little Godzilla head. But any more questions in the chat? Come on, let us know. There's 5 people in here. Questions in the chat. We're willing to take some questions. Jess says, laugh out loud. Which part did you laugh at? Biggie Smalls, the Godzilla head, or whatever I said about Candyman?
Probably Candyman, like, you know.
Probably, but look, man, I was talking so much fucking shit at the screener. I was like, look, man, this is where y'all fucked up at. Boom, 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 boom.
Another strong letter.
You said what?
Another strong letter to another studio.
Yeah, they just left it like that. I was like, what the fuck? But I will say, when I saw Nope, they had a Biggie Smalls. She said she laughed that I called your dog Biggie Smalls. I will say that when we saw Nope, I don't think they ever released that. I don't think they ever released this scene that they had in the version I saw. There's a version where they cut to like there's a stalker, and he's obsessed with like the kid show, like the kids in the show. Like he's going up there to kidnap the little girl, and what ends up happening is that the kids are being they're being attacked by the monkey and shit, and he ends up the gun that he was going to use to kidnap the kids, he shoots the fucking monkey and then saves the day and shit, right? But he originally went up there to kidnap that little girl. That shit was not in the last cut of the movie, and I haven't seen that deleted scene at all since like at all. I haven't seen it at all. Nowhere on the internet at all. So I don't know. It's crazy to think that shit never came out. The only reason I even thought about this is because somebody online, they went to that video that I had. They're like, yeah, you're just saying this shit. Like there's no evidence that it actually exists. I'm like, well, you're kind of right. It isn't no evidence, but you're gonna have to hit me with you're gonna have to trust me, bro. Like, you know. But I've seen a lot. I mean, the biggest telltale sign will be when I drop reviews for movies that aren't even fucking officially released yet. So, and I also live in I live in LA, which is like the capital of like movies and shit, you know. So we have a lot of opportunities to see screeners.
Renamon, do you think Carrie can beat 11? I'd have to rewatch Carrie, to be honest.
I'm not gonna lie, 11's kind of OP as shit, bro. Cause can't she enter your mind too?
I can't. Yeah, I think she can, but can't. See, if I remember correctly, John Travolta was driving in a car miles away, and she was able to topple that over. Really, but I can't remember.
No, he was about to run her over.
Oh, she was outside, was she?
Yeah, she was walking in the
I'd have
street.
to watch it again to really. We should do a versus video on that. Actually, wouldn't be too bad. Actually,
I was thinking about. I'm not gonna lie. I actually mentioned that in the video that I did with Rashad that I haven't dropped yet. I can't wait for that new Godzilla. Okay, which one are you talking about? X-Files? Are you talking about
Double
Minus
Zero.
Zero? Are you talking
Double
about
Zero.
Minus Zero? Or are you talking about Godzilla? Godzilla Kong.
He's talking about 0-0, of course.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
He likes the MonsterVerse ones. I think.
I do too, but come on, that's 0.
What is it called? The Godzilla Kong. The stupid space one. I forgot what it's called. It might have Space Godzilla in it. Supernova. Godzilla X Kong Supernova. He says Godzilla is better than Superman.
Let's delete this guy. What's he talking about?
Godzilla is better than Superman, dog. Superman is a very dry character, to say the least.
Well, Godzilla smash buildings, goodbye. You know, at least Superman has dialogue.
Not really. I mean, when you think about it, -1 had a fucking amazing storyline, dude.
Yeah, but it was everyone else.
Okay, so look, the thing about Godzilla is Godzilla's metaphoric, right? The first Godzilla movie was metaphoric. It was meant to represent the atomic bomb.
You better watch stuff. I got my backup here.
I know. Look, they looking gangster. Biggie Smalls and Tupac and shit. Look at that.
Yeah.
She's like, oh. But yeah, but yeah, the first Godzilla movie was like metaphoric. It was supposed to represent like the atomic bomb. The Godzilla -1, that one was a little bit different. That one kind of explored like how Japan rebuilt after the atomic bomb.
Yeah. Cool.
And then also like, you know, people's like, because Japan has a very their culture is rooted in
I love the fact I'm sick of, I love films are back done like in a period or stuff like that, and I really like the post World War II sort of thing, you know what's going on, and the bomb that went off and all that. So to me, that makes it everything. Like, do you know, we were talking about, I think, who was I talking about? Horror films. You know, Nosferatu, they kept it that way. The new werewolf film that I'm looking forward to, they're keeping it in that. I hate it when they're like, show the beginning and then later on it's modern times. All right. So that made it stand out. But the storyline around the main characters was what it was. Godzilla was just, you know, you got Superman. He's got story.
Batman the Brave and the Bold is getting a live action movie, I think, from James Gunn. Yeah, that's what he announced. Now, isn't the Brave and the Bold, isn't that more of like a comedic comic?
It is, but I mean, I don't know. You know, after seeing Superman.
Listen, you watched Superman like 15 times to try to tell yourself that it was a good movie, and you know damn well that it wasn't. So I think we need to accept the fact
it was right. It was.
The fact that James Gunn is not
more time
a good fucking storyteller. He cannot write stories for movies that don't involve.
Zack Snyder isn't a good storyteller either, to be honest.
Oh, Zack Snyder's a fucking terrible storyteller. He has to have shit written for him.
Yeah, the only thing is, with
Jess says Godzilla's boo. Like, nah, you gotta get out of there, Jess.
Right, Jess, cheers for coming here.
Jess, have you seen Godzilla -1? I will say that. Have you seen Godzilla -1? All right, you were saying James Gunn, Zack Snyder.
Yeah, no, James Gunn. After, you know, feel like he'd have a story, and I felt like, no, he's going to put his head down and do this right. When he starts throwing in those James Gunnisms that you have that worked in Guardians of the Galaxy, to me, distant. Like, I know you haven't seen it, but when Supergirl, I mean, there's loads of it, but when Supergirl called, "Thanks for looking after my dog, bitch," she called Superman, and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching here?
I'm telling you, dude, the James Gunn doesn't know how to write a
Serious scenes, like when he confronted Lex Luthor at the end, right? And it was a serious scene. Next minute, through the window, Crypto comes in, does that thing, with the Hulk and Loki on. Do you remember that comic relief thing? Do you remember Loki said, "Oh my God," and the Hulk went, "Puny God."
Yeah.
That scene, and it was quite a serious scene. I was like, oh. Anyway, I can't talk about it anymore. I'm gonna watch it one more time just because it might be good. It
Yeah,
might be good.
so I asked Jess that she seen Train to Busan. She said yes with exclamation points, so I'm assuming that she liked it. I said Godzilla -1 is Train to Busan with Godzilla in it. Tell me I'm lying, Derek.
He's lying.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. But yeah, it's Train to Busan with Godzilla in it. Now be serious, like, because I'm really trying to sell her on -1.
Yeah, no, it is. Mate. It's a banging movie, and I got to see the. I watched it subtitle. I don't watch subtitles,
Oh, you
and
fucking hate subtitle movies.
and then I watched the dub version. But yeah, no, it's there's a black and white version as well, and yeah, especially those scenes on those little boats.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, jeez, you're on this little ship throwing out little, what was it, mines or something? What was it?
Yeah, it was like little, little mines.
Yeah, next minute, what the fuck? You try and get the fuck. Yeah, it's good. It's good, real good.
And that score is phenomenal.
Sorry?
The score is phenomenal.
Yeah, I don't know much about this one and how they're gonna, what direction they're gonna go. Maybe 10 years later, maybe.
I don't give a fuck as long as that shit is as good as the first one. That's all I care about. Because I was skeptical about this one. I was skeptical. I was like, all right, like, I want to see it just because of Godzilla. Because I'm a huge Godzilla fan. Man, that shit was amazing.
But they also showed the world what you can do on a small budget.
Less than $10 million, dude. That's what I'm telling you. These fucking movies with inflated ass budgets and shit.
Like, oh, Avatar's great, but I'm like, that cost $500,000 to make. You know what I mean? It made $1 billion, but it made $500 million, sorry, to make. So it's like, look at -0. Look at
less than $10 million, and that shit grossed like over $100 million.
No, even if it didn't gross anything, look how good it looked for what you had.
That too.
So yeah. Chill. Oh, sorry. Oh, who's this? Jess. Oh, might have to watch it now. Yeah, do. If you like, I mean, I don't know. This is kind of an old school. It's post World War II. All the Japanese are going home. They're kind of broken up, busted up, and out of nowhere,
the dude is fighting with honor because he did something that he wasn't supposed to do.
Yeah.
So he has this turmoil.
Godzilla isn't Mr. Friendly. He ain't like nice guy Godzilla. He is a piece of shit, actually. He's a bastard. He ain't friendly.
Big budget doesn't equal good films. Oh yeah, for sure. You want to know what we should talk about? Movies that flop were actually really good.
Yeah, okay.
Because I think Waterworld is actually a pretty fucking good movie.
Yeah, I like it too. And that was that was the first movie to destroy Kevin Costner, because before that he was megastar. Yeah, and after Waterworld was the beginning of the end for him, because he put everything into this, his own money, everything. And then he did The Postman after that, which I also think was good. Have you seen that, The Postman?
No.
All right, it's futuristic, apocalyptic thing, but it was good. That flopped. That was it. But yeah, there's loads.
If you look, if you like subtitled movies, and if you are a fan of subtitled movies, also Korean movies, I would like to recommend I Saw the Devil. Fucking fantastic film. That shit is amazing. And then also, if you have the time, it's a long ass movie, but also what's that one movie? The one I had you watch, the one with the witches and shit.
Oh yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, that was good though.
What's the name of it? My outro has that shit in it. Hold
on. X-Files says, in James Gunn we trust. Listen, nobody believed that more than me before that. I was super high. I was like, no, I defended him. I was like, no, he can do it. We're going to do it. And I know Superman wasn't the worst. I'm over exaggerating, but
what's the name of this damn movie? What is the name of this damn movie? Oh, let me see. Let me type in 3 hour Korean movie.
I've got a list, right? So Jess is going to watch and review Bone Temple. She's going to watch Primate. She's going to watch From. We're going to get her to watch Godzilla. Godzilla. She's just got a new channel. It's doing really well. She's going to do a D&J on us and pass us all
The
out.
Wailing. That's what it's called. The Wailing.
Yeah, yeah. It was good though.
The
It was
Wailing.
good.
That shit was really good.
It was out of the box sort of thing. I was saying Jess is going to do a D&J on us. Just pass us out.
Oh yeah, for sure, easily.
No, it's not easy. Look at me. Look at this face. Look at my reviews. How is that easy? It's not easy to do. But
Even your dog looking at you.
did it.
Even your dog is looking at you like, shut the fuck up. Devil, I think I've seen that movie, Renamon. Isn't that the cover? It's like a guy looking forward and he has like green stuff.
No, isn't that the one with M. Shyamalan?
No.
Oh, no.
He's talking
This,
about a Korean movie.
yeah. I know. It's
He's
got
talking
the
about
split
Korean.
face, right? Green and red, kind of a split face.
Did Into the Mirror flop? What the hell is Into the Mirror? What is that?
Don't know.
I don't know what Into the Mirror is. What is Into the Mirror?
He's talking about Snow White.
Is it? Is that it?
I don't know. You know, mirror, mirror. I don't know.
Mirror on a wall.
Ball bag.
Who has the biggest balls of all? Ball bag.
It's a ball bag. But yeah.
Oh, a goat? A goat. Into the Mirror.
Ramon, you need to stay up. Yeah.
Into the Mirror. Into the Mirror. Oh, that's like an old Korean movie. Okay. Okay, is it any good? It's a Korean horror movie. Okay. It's about a former detective working a security guard at a department store. Okay, I'm about to screenshot this. This sounds interesting. Dude, okay, there's this one movie. It's like fucking it's from like Australia or some shit. It's called The Ugly. Or it's like New Zealand or some shit. It's called The Ugly. It's actually pretty good. You should check it out. It recently got a Blu-ray transfer. It's pretty good.
Is it as good as Madman Mars? I don't think so.
Way better, dude. Madman fucking sucks.
God, that's the best film ever.
Yeah, man. Listen, eventually one day he'll pay attention to you and you can direct his movie or interview him.
I'm going to direct that movie. I don't care once my channel goes big. Yeah.
When the fuck is he? Aren't you supposed to interview that guy or what the fuck happened?
No, the channel's dead. When this new channel builds up, I will.
You think he's gonna look at it? You think he's gonna look at the channel? But I ain't doing it for no fucking.
No, I want the channel bigger for myself so you can get the best out of it. Do you know what I mean? Not some small ass shit. And we've become best friends now, you know. So you know.
He said he sent you a knife, you know.
Yeah, and an axe, you know. But anyway, look, I'm going to go because I need to go to bed. Unless you guys got more questions.
All right, any more questions? Last one. Is there a horror
Don't ask me
movie?
about Candyman.
Is there a horror movie where a goat was the devil? Yeah, it's called The Witch. A24.
The Witch. Yeah. That was I liked that part of it. That was quite good. Are you real? Yes. I was like, shit.
I already watch it because I remember when I watched it the first time I didn't like it. But at the time I wasn't really like into like.
No, I didn't mind. I liked the medieval kind of Salem kind of thing going on. And the goat, he's the devil. Next minute they're in the shed, the little thing, and he goes, and in that calming voice, he went, "Yes, I am." And I was like, "Oh my god, get the fuck out of there now!" Jesus, it's the fucking devil, and he's all calm. He had that. He was, yes, I am, and I was like, "Oh shit." That's when I was like, "That's good. That got me." You know, but anyway.
It's in America got 2 American versions of the movie. Damn, so Americans took that shit just like they did The Grudge and The Ring. Americans are good for that shit.
Jess, thank you. She enjoyed this a lot. Have a great time. You should jump on us with us one time. Yeah? She should jump on with us and the D&J, sorry, I was going to call him something else, you know?
Yeah, dude, we'll have a freaking panel. We get a little panel going. But
yeah.
Thank you guys for coming in and chatting with us and stuff like that. It was amazing. It was fun. Thank you guys for chatting with us and actually interacting. So it was really cool to see you guys in here. Let us know next time. I'll try to get another live stream going, but I used to only try to do it when there's like interesting topics to talk about. Like I don't like looking for any old news and doing a video about it. Like it feels forced. These are things that I actually wanted to talk about, so that was good. But yeah, but let us know in the comment section down below what else we should talk about.
Friend of mine, jump over to my new channel, by the way.
I'll put your thing in my.
I could do with a couple of subscribers.
I'll put your.
Yes.
I'll put a
Tell
channel.
people on yours because she's got loads now at the moment.
I'll put it in the description. But until next time, you're now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys are having a great day. Adios, homies.